This is a story about books, great books, what they can do to you and for you. Picture this, a fourth grade classroom in Buckhorn, Eastern Kentucky. Here they are. So these kids read this book. They answer questions and question answers about the book, not only among themselves, but with these fourth graders from the Bronx, New York.
You can't tell what a man is thinking by what he says. You can only tell by what he does.
What do you think that means, Karen?
You ain't knowing what we mean by staring through the rear view.
Now, there's a large culture gap existing between these Bronx New Yorkers and these rural Kentucky students. They all can't help but think certain preconceived notions about each other. This book supersedes all their stereotypes and culture shocks, drawing them together in discussion. Great books are good at doing that. The ongoing dialogue between the two schools is a priceless education for everyone involved. The kids quickly realize, despite what they originally may have thought of each other, they have an awful lot in common. Stereotypes get destroyed, as well they should, and educated, open minds are created.
How many of you like Pokemon? 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
The Great Books Foundation created this concept. It trains teachers to implement it and supplies the materials and much of the thinking behind it.
Well, I'm a trainer with the Great Books Foundation. I've been training teachers in the process of shared inquiry discussions, which is the process of learning how to think better. That's an easy way to say it. I think it was Oliver Wendell Holmes. He said, "The human mind, stretched by a new idea, never goes back to its original dimensions." And to me, that's what happens in great books. Kids get to interact with great quality literature that will stretch them. Then they learn how to talk to one another, to listen to one another, and to question one another and challenge each other. And their minds, when they're finished with those discussions and after they've interacted on those texts, their minds are changed. They are not quite the same kids they were before that discussion, before that text. That's what happens in great books. Discussion after discussion, classroom after classroom.
CS61 is located in the South Bronx. We're a few blocks away from the Bronx Zoo. We're in an area that once was poverty. Children in the school are 65% Hispanic, 35% Black. When I first worked in this district over 20 years ago, was that there were never high expectations for the children. It was just that they had to go to school. Right now we're in a revolution of No Child Left Behind, and we have a new commitment to education. And Junior Great Books was the program that we have chosen. Many people thought that a program like this was too intense, too difficult, and the children would not be able to comprehend. The first year, what I saw was children who loved the stories. They used to clap their hands when they knew it was Junior Great Book time. They were able to take stories and write their own endings to the story, and sometimes even write new beginnings.
The Great Books Foundation's mission is to create lifelong readers, learners, and thinkers for people of all ages. The foundation was established in 1947 at the University of Chicago, and at that point, only adults were participating in discussion. In the late 60s, the Junior Great Books program was established, and currently we train approximately 15,000 teachers a year, and we have 1 million students currently participating in the program per year. One of our major objectives is to change the way teachers teach. And the way we do that is to offer professional development for teachers in the method of shared inquiry. One of the primary things that the Great Books Foundation really wants to do, and that is to expose children of all ages to quality literature.
The greatest achievements, inventions, and philosophies accomplished on this planet all hatch from a spark of thought, an imaginative idea. That's what great books do.
Sometimes a person needs a story more than food to stay alive. That's why we put these stories in each other's hands, so that we can nurture and nourish one another and the way we think.